This week on the Wildcat Report. Pumpkins, popcorn, and pie. Natalie, Rojo, and Ellie Nosal see what's behind Vala's success. Lindsey, Twait, and Craig Sullivan get an inside look at Jaidee Miller and her special talent. Megan Stevens and Emily Toring find students with unique fears around the school. We go on a tour around the scariest places in town with Will Olsen and Craig Morrissey. And Sports Corner with your host, Ken Bone.
Hi, I'm Hillary Clinton, and this is CNN.
Wrong. I'm Donald Trump, and this is the most special edition of the Wildcat Report ever. First of all, we're going to talk about Vala's. Natalie, Rojo, and Ellie Nosal went there. Let's go to them.
As the autumn leaves turn and Halloween is right around the corner, the time for picking pumpkins, having bonfires, and sharing time with family and friends has come. For the 32nd year in a row, Vala's Pumpkin Patch has opened its seasonal recreation site. Originally starting as a strawberry farm in 1984, Vala's has now become well known for its wide range of fall activities and a one-of-a-kind food. Co-owner Jan Vala, along with her husband and kids, have been striving together to create a family-friendly environment for all.
We originally started Vala's back in 1984 because there wasn't a lot of things that you could do as a family. And so my husband wanted to try to do something to get families together.
At the Pumpkin Patch, there is fun for everyone. Between the jumping pillows, hayrack rides, and haunted houses, there is something to please all.
The main goal of Vala's is to maintain a place where you can bring the whole family, from teenagers down to babies, and still have fun as a family because they can take a hayrack ride together. They can go through some of the attractions together. The new egg scramble is a place where they can be together. So every time we try and add something new to Vala's, we always think, is this something a family could do and enjoy together?
Due to the large variety of things to do, many high school students attend Vala's.
My favorite part of Vala's is probably the campsites. I like going down there like with some friends. We roast s'mores and just talk and have a good time.
Joy comes not only from attending the Pumpkin Patch, but also from working there. High school student Caitlin Miles has began working this fall.
It's really fun. There's so many different places that you can work and so many different people that you meet, and it's just really fun.
If you are looking for something to do this Monday, head on over to Vala's Pumpkin Patch for an evening full of fun.
On Halloween, we have half-price admission to Vala's, so this year it'll be like $5.50 or $5.75.
This has been Natalie and Ellie with the Wildcat Report. Have a safe and happy Halloween.
Thank you, Ellie and Natalie. This week, Lindsey, Twait, and Craig Sullivan got the opportunity to talk to Jaidee Miller and an inside look at the special effects makeup at the Bellevue Berry Farm.
My favorite thing about scaring people is that there's some people who are like, oh, that's really cool, I'm not afraid, and then you go and scare them and they're absolutely terrifying. I saw Insidious because whenever I saw blood, I got really afraid of it. So I was like, well, how does this happen? So I looked it up and I found out what liquid latex was, and I found out a bunch of different stuff about special effects.
There's a lot of gore that goes behind it, and knowing the anatomy of the human body, so knowing the muscle structures, things of that nature. The wow factor. It's like makeup, but for scary stuff instead of pretty stuff. It's to enhance your features and make yourself feel prettier.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow.
This group was holding hands, and I came up behind him and tapped on the boyfriend's shoulder, and I went, shh. And I grabbed her hand, and we held hands for like a minute and a half, and I was like, I'm so scared, and she jumped. It's like, I peed my pants.
I will go to a haunted house and I'm like, can I touch your prosthetic? And it's really creepy. So I love that it can be perceived in both good and bad ways, I guess. I'm Jaidee Miller, and I like special effects.
I am
Okay, this week we are going to talk about fears. I don't have any because I am perfect, but some people at Millard West do. Emily Toring and Megan Stevens have the story. Let's go to them.
There are many common fears, including spiders, snakes, and heights, but some students at Millard West have fears that are not so normal.
I'm afraid of frogs.
I'm scared of tall trees.
Fear of the big car wash things.
And I'm afraid of swallowing my tongue. I'm afraid of frogs because they're slimy and they make unnatural movements and they always jump around, and one time I was in a tent and it jumped on me and peed on me, so ever since I haven't liked them.
I have a fear of the big car wash things in the car washes because when I was really young, I was taking a nap and we went through the car wash. I woke up and they were just right there, so I was kind of scared. I screamed.
When I was younger, I was told by a girl in my kindergarten class that I was able to swallow your tongue. Ever since then, I've been really terrified of swallowing my tongue. And I used to wake up in the middle of the night and have panic attacks thinking I swallowed my tongue.
I have an irrational fear of tall trees because when I was 8 years old, I climbed a tree on my grandparents' farm and got stuck and no one found me for about an hour.
Although Halloween is only one day, these irrational fears might stay with them forever. This has been Emily Toring, staying away from fire, and Megan Stevens, still scared of nuns.
And now we're going to talk about the most haunted places in Omaha.
Let's go to Craig Morrissey and Will Olsen with a story.
Last weekend, we traveled to some of the Metro's most haunted areas to see if we could find any evidence of the rumored paranormal activity.
We went and saw the morphing stairs, and we tried to count to see if they were the same number going up and down.
9, 10.
But we didn't count the same.
After exploring Hummel Park, we traveled across the Missouri River to Council Bluffs. There, we went to Fairview Cemetery, home of the Black Angel. The Black Angel is rumored to kill any that stare into her eyes at midnight. This statue has been standing vigilant over the cemetery since 1920, when it was made for Ruth Ann Dodge. Millard West Sr. Clara Rangel recounts her own experience with the Black Angel.
Rumor has it that if you touch the angel on its leg or something, the next morning you're gonna wake up with a bruise in the place that you touched it on your body.
After we got off the interstate, we drove through the gravel roads and cornfields of Springfield, Nebraska to get to Ball Cemetery. Ball Cemetery is a private family cemetery that is known for multiple sightings of apparitions. Some say that a woman's voice can be heard if visitors listen closely at night. So, with our trip finished and all the Metro's most haunted places visited, we didn't find any proof of paranormal activity. However, these places still attract attention because of their long and often tragic history. This has been Will Olsen and Craig Morrissey with the Wildcat Report. Have a very spooky Halloween.
All right, and last but not least, we're going to talk about sports. Tess Ray has got Sports Corner. She's a total lightweight, but she's joined by Lindsey Hunter and my favorite person ever, Ken Bone.
Hello folks, this is Jaidee Wessel with this week's Sports Corner, but you can call me Ken Bone for this week. Happy Halloween, Wildcats. First, let's start off with how the football team matched up this week against the Lincoln High Lynx. The Wildcats scoring 62 points at halftime with the help of Shea Wyatt, having 2 big kick returns, one going for a touchdown, a couple big blocks from the Wildcats there, and then Brody Belt, again, nothing short of a historical season, helping the Wildcats jump out and get the 68-27 win over the Lincoln High Lynx. And as that game wrapped up, the Wildcats found themselves 7-2 going into the playoffs, and now they go against Papillion La Vista South Titans as the Wildcats defeated them earlier in the season 31-3, and the Wildcats played a great defensive game. And now we're going to show you some highlights and get you guys prepared for state. Here's what you need to know going into the playoffs. Brody Belt continuing his big game success with a couple touchdowns in this one, more than a couple. Giovanni Guido learned how to run the ball and pass the ball at the same time. Touchdown pass to Shea White here, his 6th of the season, and he looks good doing it. And now Brody Belt up the middle, recording his 22nd touchdown of the year. No new surprise for him, obviously. And then Dawson Samler having a big senior night with that big run. And also Mitch Foreman with his first touchdown of the season. And now for volleyball, the Millard West girls took on the Marion Crusaders in a close volleyball game that ultimately came down to just a couple sets, and the third set was the final result here. The first set ended 21-25, and then the second set was 22-25, and the third set ultimately came down to Marion. Just one big play to get them the win, taking that 27-29 over the Wildcats. And the volleyball team is 6th overall in the state and 18-9 overall record. And good luck to the volleyball team in districts and state. And finally, we're going to talk about cross country. To start off, the boys placing 1st overall, and one of their big contributions there was Seth Hirsch placing 1st overall in state, breaking a state record with a running time of 15:04.9. Congrats there to Seth. And another big congratulations to him on committing to Wisconsin University. Do big things out there, Seth. And for the girls, they also placed 1st overall. Caitlin Johnson having one of their highest times at 4th, running a 19:17.4. Congrats to both teams. And that's all we have for this week's Sports Corner. This has been your host, Ken Bone, and Jaidee Wessel. Stay classy, Wildcats.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
And I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message. Have a good day, Wildcats.